The Phoenix Suns just went out and made a splash of a signing, picking up veteran guard Tyus Jones, who can be a steal of a signing on the veteran minimum contract. Matt Ishbia, James Jones have been cooking up some fantastic stuff on the side here for the Suns, and I think that this team is going to be a competent one in the Western Conference, and we're going to be discussing how this move of Tyus Jones is an absolute steal in the NBA. All of that and more on this episode of Suns Digest. Without further ado, if you want to make sure you stay updated on everything revolving around this team, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But let's dive into the content at hand today. And like I mentioned, the Phoenix Suns got a steal of a signing when signing Tyus Jones today. Now, if you guys watched our previous video dropping around like an hour ago, CJ and I broke down the possibility of Tyus Jones coming. Gambo kind of leaked some stuff earlier today, and it was leaning towards that EJ Liddell would get waived, and a guy like Tyus Jones would be brought into this team. But ultimately, CJ and I did not think it would happen this quick. But we saw this afternoon Tyus Jones agreeing on a veteran minimum contract with the Phoenix Suns. 1 year, $3.3 million. And this was a target that CJ and I wanted at the beginning of free agency. We said Tyus Jones presents everything that the Suns want. A guy who is a great quality backup point guard who can start and finish some games out, like we've seen with Memphis and with Washington. He's also fantastic on the assist to turnover ratio, which was one of the Suns' main reasons of weakness last year, having guards like Booker and Beal playing that point guard position. There were a lot of turnovers, a lot of misused balls. So bringing in guys like Monte Morris and Tyus Jones has been huge for this Suns' success. And Tyus Jones is one of the best assist to turnover ratios across the entire NBA. And now he gets to prove it on a deal with the Suns. Now, you may be asking, why is Tyus Jones coming to the Suns on a veteran minimum contract? He's a guy who could be worth, $10 million, $11 million, a guy that could be getting that mid-level exception. But it's due to the fact with the new CBA, the new rules, a lot of teams are unable to move off of some of their bad contracts and able to bring in some new free agents. You can't really go over the salary limit. There's no luxury tax, no apron. There's a set cap that you can't go over if you want to be in the luxury tax. And if you want to pay over that, you can go ahead. Matt Ishbia is paying a ton of money over there, but it is restrictive in trades, in making moves, in making free agent signings. So guys like Tyus Jones, guys like Gary Trent have to take these veteran minimum contracts on prove-it deals to kind of work their value back in this league. And Tyus Jones is one of those guys that is an absolute steal. Let's look at Tyus Jones' stats from the year last season. We can see he averaged 12 points and 7.3 assists. This guy is going to be dishing dimes to Booker, Beal, and Kevin Durant, making sure those guys get involved in the offense. Average around 2.7 rebounds, 1.1 steal as well. On 49% shooting from the field, 41% shooting from three, and 48% from those corner threes. He's 28 years old, so he does fit in with this timeline of guys, but he's not, too young or too old. He's going to be a guy that if the Suns want to keep him long term, if they want to build up with him, have them be their starting point guard of the future, they can. They can, mortgage into a guy like Tyus Jones. But this contract for Tyus Jones is a little bit of a prove-it contract. Teams like Detroit, teams like Utah can offer him that big bag to kind of go and stay and play, but he's not going to be able to either A, fight for quality time there, or B, fight for a quality position and for wins over in those circumstances. So by going over to Phoenix, he gets a win now opportunity with a very great squad and a team that realistically just kind of really missed his piece last year, addressing that point guard situation, bringing in Tyus Jones and bringing in Monte Morris. And I think this is huge for the Phoenix Suns. Now, when looking at starting lineups, when looking at potential lineups with this team, Tyus Jones can either start, Tyus Jones can close out games, or he can come off the bench. Personally, I think he's going to start. My starting lineup for me would be Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Yusuf Nurkic, and then throughout the season, if Beal does, kind of take a little bit of a step back, I know it's weird putting a $50 million guy off the bench, but the new NBA, younger guys are looking better, contracts are looking overvalued. Don't look at the monetary amount of money, look at the stats, and the stats will truly tell it. I think that the possibility by the end of the season, we have Bradley Beal coming off the bench with Tyus Jones starting, could be a possibility. Let me know your guys' kind of lineup breakdowns down below in the comment section. But let's get into this more. Tyus Jones on why he chose the Suns had a nice breakdown, had a nice detailed thing talking about how he wants to play for Phoenix. Phoenix gave him a great opportunity. His agent really helped him out there. Honestly, a fantastic read on why Tyus Jones wants to come. Now, we obviously saw from Gambo in our recent video that we broke down some reports, some kind of leanings of Tyus Jones already landing and possibly going to the Phoenix Suns before it was ultimately announced a little while later. Now, Evan Cedery brings this quality treat to us, showing that obviously the Suns struggled in the assist to turnover ratio, but brought in two stellar guards in Tyus Jones and Monte Morris, who are the league's best in assist to turnover ratio. Now, I do value that Monte Morris is a bit better of a backup guard, but I do believe that Tyus Jones will be in contention for this starting point guard job, will be a guy fighting for some big time minutes, especially if he's taking this veteran minimum pay cut already to go to a championship winning team like the Suns. He definitely wants to be in their rotation, wants to be a heavily prioritized piece of their rotation. And I think as a guy that kind of jumps into that, top 6, top 7 on this Suns team right off the bat. This guy is someone who can change the way of the course for the Phoenix Suns when we get to the playoff time. He is a guy who can handle the ball, make the right plays, make the right passes, and make sure the ball gets to Booker when he needs it. Make sure the ball gets to Beal when he's hot. Make sure the ball can get down to KD down low in the post if he wants to work some mismatches down low. Those are the types of things that Tyus Jones will present, but also a hardworking defender, a guy who's never going to give up on that side of the ball, and a guy who is going to be hardworking to the nose. Also, Tyus Jones could technically also come to Phoenix for basically nothing. Nothing, ladies and gentlemen, according to Bobby Marks. As Jones' cap hit is around $2.1 million, savings in the Liddell Roddy swap is a $700K, and the 2024 savings, if Liddell is stretched, they do save $1.4 million. Therefore, Tyus Jones are basically coming in for basically nothing, just money that they've kind of, transferred through the wire and kind of freed up on their own. They use that money to bring back Tyus Jones. They're not using any additional money to kind of help them out. And like I mentioned, Gambo coming up clutch, letting us know that they have agreed to a deal. It is done, and that Tyus Jones will be on this Phoenix Suns team. And the Suns, realistically, I believe, robbed the NBA with this type of move. This is a move with a team that was obviously top 6 in the standings in the Western Conference. They are a little bit older. Some teams did get younger. Some teams are going to continue to keep growing. But the Suns are still trying to push that gas pedal. We see teams like the Lakers not really doing much. The Clippers take a little bit of a step back. The Warriors taking a little bit of a step back. But the Suns, one of those older teams in the Western Conference, they're still pushing. They make upgrades. They bring in 2 quality point guards that CJ and I have been stressing since the entire offseason. Point guard, point guard, point guard. Tyus Jones, our number 1 point guard option, is on the Phoenix Suns. Monte Morris, our number 2 option, is on the Phoenix Suns. And Miles Plumlee is a better upgrade than a guy in Drew Eubanks. So I believe that those 3 upgrades on this Phoenix Suns team, alongside the big 3 growing, Mike Budenholzer being another addition as well, helping out with this offense, this Suns team is going to wreak some havoc, do some damage, and be a top team in this Western Conference if it is healthy. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the signing that the Suns were able to pull off in bringing in Tyus Jones. Absolute steal, 100% emphatic about this, and I can't wait to see Tyus Jones in that purple and orange playing for our boys. Like I said, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this signing. A+ signing. Shout out to Gambo. Shout out to James Jones. Shout out to Matt Ishbia. You guys are doing work that Suns fans are appreciative of, and we are very ecstatic. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you want to stay up to date on daily Suns content. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Once again, I'm Bruce Veliz. Have a great rest of your day, and go Phoenix Suns, baby.